Today we're going to be recreating a scene from The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, one of my favorite movies, and the scene is the Heir of Númenor, where Gandalf and Aragorn are standing on the hill overlooking Rohan. Let's get started. Okay, the first thing I like to do is watch the scene. This is right around the 1 hour and 30-second mark of the extended edition. So I'm watching first to get an idea of the different parts of the scene, refresh my mind on the different shots, refreshing my mind on how the scene plays out. Now, this whole scene is a monologue from Gandalf. Luckily, I already have it memorized because I'm a nerd, and I've actually done this scene before, but I've become a better filmmaker since then, so I want to see what I can do with it now. And maybe I'll compare it to the one that I did before. One of the big reasons that I'm recreating scenes like this is because I want to become a better filmmaker. So I want to use these scenes to be able to study the light and the shots that the filmmakers are getting to be a better cinematographer. Helps with studying not just lighting, but camera movements, the little ways to move a camera and a light around to tell the story. We've watched the scene. I want to try something. The way that I shot this last time, I had to mask myself while I walked that way. And then I shot myself separated enough so then I didn't have to do the mask anymore. But this time I'm going to use a green screen because I'm not dumb. I want to try and get these backgrounds. So I'm going to take a screenshot. I'm going to try to use our new technology here. And this is just to get the background. What I'm going to do then is get rid of Aragorn and maybe Gandalf too. And then just essentially have just the background here that I can put on the green screen. Select subject, do a little bit of, it doesn't have to be perfect or anything. Let's go ahead and do Gandalf as well. Select the inverse here and then copy it. Generative fill and hope that we get something cool. Oh my god, did we do it? Did we do this? Wow, okay, that is awesome. And now we have the background, and that's our background for the shot. We're actually going to extend this a little bit now. Canvas size, and we're gonna go ahead and go 4000 by 22. I'm gonna extend the canvas, select our negative space there. Generative fill this to see if we can expand our scene, just so we have a little bit of room to play with when we go to put this in the green screen. And here's our background. Technology is insane. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a screenshot of each shot, and then we're gonna use that to start lining up the shots, getting the lighting right, and then we're just gonna film it. Okay, so I'm having to get a little bit creative here because for this first shot, it looks like it's shot with a fairly long lens and the light is coming from the side. So I've set up my key light on the side. I don't think I'm gonna be able to shoot my feet because the green screen doesn't extend to the ground and I don't feel like masking out my shoes. So we're gonna cheat a little bit on that side of things, but I'm gonna move the camera back and see how much length I can get for this first shot. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick test shot, walking towards the green screen. Okay, I think this is gonna work. For this shot, I'm having to bump up the ISO a little bit to make sure that I get enough light on the green screen itself. I think this is gonna work though, so I'm gonna go look for some wardrobe and go ahead and take the couple of shots that I need for this. All right, just got done with those first shots, which were pretty difficult to do, but now we're gonna move on to the actual monologue shot. The lens I'm gonna use is gonna be at 60 millimeters because that's the longest that I have. For this green screen, I just got a pretty easy setup here. I have my key light there. They still light for the green screen, this tripod to be able to key it out. This is gonna be my Gandalf staff, the Epiphone Les Paul Custom in Alpine White, but we'll see if we can tell. I think I got all the shots, and now we're gonna go into post and start putting them together and see what we get. Let's just see what happens. Go ahead and bring it in here. Ultra key here. Maybe look at the alpha channel. Create an opacity mask. That looks decent. We'll get rid of that little thing up here. Yeah, I think that'll do. Mask needs a little bit of an adjustment here. It's time to do a quick ADR session. The veiling shadow that glowers in the east takes shape. All right, we're gonna see how that went.
The veiling shadow that glowers in the east takes shape. Sauron will suffer no rival. From the summit of Barad-dûr his eye watches ceaselessly. But he is not so mighty yet that he is above fear. Doubt ever gnaws at him. The rumor has reached him. The heir of Númenor still lives. Sauron fears you, Aragorn. He fears what you may become. And so he will strike hard and fast at the world of men. He will use the puppet Saruman to destroy Rohan. War is coming, and Rohan must defend itself, and therein lies our first challenge, for Rohan is weak and ready to fall. The king's mind is enslaved. It's an old device of Saruman's. His hold of a King Theoden is now very strong. Sauron and Saruman are tightening the noose. But for all their cunning, we have one advantage. The ring remains hidden, and though we should seek to destroy it, has not yet entered their darkest dreams. And so, the weapon of the enemy is moving toward Mordor. In the hands of a hobbit, each day brings it closer to the fires of Mount Doom. We must trust now in Frodo. Everything depends upon speed and upon the secrecy of his quest. Do not regret your decision to leave him. Frodo must finish this task alone.
He's not alone. Sam went with him.
Did he? Did he indeed? Good. Yes, very good.
Alright, so the video's done. It might not be the best video ever made, but I think it turned out a lot better than the last one that I had done. I wasn't able to light the green screen as well as I would have wanted to, and I need to learn how to get a little more depth out of the close-ups. So those are two things that I really learned from this exercise. And even though I didn't get the exact same shots as what were in the movie, it really made me pay attention to how those scenes were lit. Like the close-ups with the gradient in the background. It really looks like they had some sort of backlight that was creating that gradient. And that was also giving them a nice outline around their shoulders and the back of their heads that created a lot of depth. Little things like that you notice when you're dissecting a scene and trying to copy it. I hope you enjoyed the recreation. I really liked making it. I stayed up way too late making this. It's like 1 a.m. now. But I had a lot of fun, and I'm gonna keep making them because I love movies. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.